two-pronged question. First is, has anything that the administration done yet had a tangible, sort of identifiable impact on your operations today? Can you point to a program and say this is going to benefit us? And secondly, I guess, if you had a crystal ball and a wish list, and you could make two recommendations to the administration team in regards to both small business finance, but also, we'll term more broadly, innovations in the social enterprise space, what would those be?
Well, I think I'll take a stab at both of those first. In terms of the recovery plan, I don't think there's anything that directly impacts our work, but one thing I can say about that is that there are a number of tax credits in there that definitely are very positive for our client base, and so that in turn does impact us. So it's not a direct impact. So for instance, there's a broadening of EITC, there's a first-time home ownership tax credit at $8,000. And there is an expansion of a tax credit for IDEA, which is again another home ownership kind of program. So, and there are a variety of things like that I think that are incredibly positive for our client base. In terms of the two recommendations that we would make, I think the first one is that we do need to have some emphasis on lifetime savings, and to the extent that we can work with financial institutions, if they are still going to be able to work with us, to provide something like a 529, which is sort of an education savings program, but to do that across a lifetime for a variety of different uses, I think that would be extraordinary. So that would be something that would ideally be provided by the private sector, but it's something where I think we could play a very positive role. I think the second recommendation I would make is that increasing the savings rate is really critical, and to the extent that you can create vehicles beyond the 529 to do that, particularly for low-income people who do not have access to 401ks, and can create sort of a web of savings products that they know are going to be offered to them in any financial institution that they enter, I think that's also very positive.
I would say outside of the economic stimulus package and all those things that have been mentioned so far important to us as well, it's the call to action and volunteerism and responsibility for our communities that I think has been so powerful and palatable. We have so many volunteers, and it's transforming our organization. All these smart people who are sort of either because they have more time or because they just are perking up and saying, hey, we can't let this continue, and that is just great for us. And I feel this huge, renewed focus, and everybody gets what we do, right? How can you argue with creating businesses and jobs and income for people in the community and financial tools that are responsible? So it feels like we've got huge momentum. It's very exciting, and I just feel like our president is saying all the right things to get us all focused in the right way and doing the right stuff.